Hello again, friends. This is Dan once again with another Bible topic. This time it's from the Old Testament, and I'd like to talk to you about Goliath and his four brothers. Goliath was called a son of Anak. Now, that didn't mean a direct son. It simply meant a descendant. There was no word for grandson, great-grandson, etc. Back then. In fact, Jesus is called a son of David, even though there's many generations in between. In fact, now, as Joshua and the army of Israel drove out the Nephilim, the usurpers of the Promised Land, Anak is mentioned there. It appears that his descendants fled to other parts of the world, including mingling in with the Philistines. The sons of Anak were Nephilim, which are half angel, half human. In 2 Samuel, in describing the brothers of Goliath, in mentioning one of them, it mentions that he had 6 fingers and 6 toes. That appears to be a common genetic trait of the Nephilim, although it's just mentioned with this one in particular. All 4 giants plus Goliath appear to have had this trait. Now, the pre-flood watcher angels that spawned the Nephilim that were killed in Noah's flood were evidently, and these angels were chained in Tartarus. Based on non-biblical accounts, they were much bigger in size. The post-flood Nephilim were spawned, it appears, by lesser angels, and they were not as great a size. Although, you know, when Joshua came into the land, he and Caleb said that we were like grasshoppers in their sight. They were giants. So they're probably in the 9 to 12, 13-foot range. But pre-flood, they may have been up to 30 feet tall. Now, Satan knows the prophecies concerning the place and what tribe the Messiah would be born in. So here after the flood, he could narrow his focus and lay a minefield in the Promised Land. And why would he do this? He did it to try to corrupt the gene pool, because if there was no fully human person in the Promised Land among the Jews, then the Messiah could not be born. He had to be 100% human, and he was 100% God at the same time. This is also why you can see when Herod tried to kill all the babies that were 2 years and under in Bethlehem after the Magi had come, and then Herod consulted his scribes and the experts as to where the Messiah would be born. That's why he did that. He did that to prevent the Messiah from being born. He considered it a threat to his throne. Now, you can research this topic through K-House, the K-House website that I have below, and the L.A. Marzulli's website. They're both excellent. I've got the links below, and may God richly bless you.